What if your body is aging faster than your birthday suggests? You might look perfectly normal in the mirror, but your body could already be sending quiet warning signals. Maybe stairs feel harder, your balance isn't as reliable, or you don't recover from a poor night's sleep like you used to. The important question is, are these normal signs of aging, or something worth investigating? Aging itself is completely normal. Your muscles change, recovery can become slower, and your sleep patterns may shift. But there's an important difference between normal aging and losing physical function faster than expected. Today, we're going to look at 7 warning signs that your body may be aging faster than it should, and more importantly, what you can do about them. Because getting older is inevitable. But losing your strength, mobility, independence, or ability to enjoy everyday life doesn't have to happen simply because another birthday has passed. Your age tells us how long you've been alive. Your ability to move, recover, stay active, and perform everyday tasks can tell us much more about how your body is functioning right now. The first warning sign is surprisingly simple. Everyday activities suddenly feel much harder. Think about something you used to do without thinking. Walking through a grocery store, carrying shopping bags, climbing stairs, getting dressed, or working around the house. Maybe these activities aren't impossible yet, but they require more effort, more breaks, or more recovery than they did a few years ago. You might notice yourself stopping halfway up the stairs to catch your breath. Perhaps you sit down while preparing dinner because standing feels tiring. Maybe you avoid carrying heavy groceries or choose an elevator instead of stairs. These changes can happen so gradually that you barely notice them. But when several everyday activities become harder, it's worth asking why. One reason is that physical activity can decrease as we get older. You move less because things feel difficult, and then moving less can contribute to further losses in strength and physical capacity. This creates a cycle. Activities become harder, so you avoid them. Avoiding them reduces your physical capacity even more, and eventually your everyday world can become smaller. Don't wait until normal activities become extremely difficult. Start paying attention to your function now. Can you comfortably stand from a chair? Can you walk at your normal pace? Can you carry ordinary household items safely? If your ability has noticeably changed, don't automatically blame age. Sometimes factors such as inactivity, poor sleep, nutrition, medications, or medical conditions may be contributing. The second warning sign is noticeable loss of muscle and strength. Maybe your arms or legs look thinner. Perhaps opening jars has become difficult, carrying shopping bags feels harder, or getting up from a low chair requires your hands. Muscle naturally changes with age, but significant or noticeable weakness shouldn't simply be dismissed with the words, "I'm just getting older." Muscle isn't only about appearance. Your muscles help you stand, walk, climb stairs, maintain balance, protect your joints, and perform everyday tasks. When strength declines significantly, ordinary activities can become more challenging. And once movement becomes difficult, people often become less active. That can create another cycle of weakness and inactivity that gradually affects independence. The good news is that you don't need to become a bodybuilder to protect your physical function. Depending on your health and fitness level, simple resistance exercises can help. These might include chair stands, resistance bands, light weights, wall push-ups, or step-ups. The goal isn't extreme muscle growth. The goal is having enough strength to comfortably perform the activities that matter to you. But don't suddenly begin heavy strength training without considering your health. If you have significant weakness, balance problems, joint issues, heart conditions, or other medical concerns, speak with a healthcare professional or qualified exercise specialist first. A good program should challenge your muscles while remaining appropriate for your abilities. The goal isn't to train like an athlete. It's to preserve function and independence. The third warning sign is that your balance isn't as reliable as it used to be. Maybe you hold onto furniture while walking through your home. Perhaps you grab the railing more often, feel uncertain stepping off a curb, or become nervous walking across uneven ground. You may even occasionally feel as though you're about to lose your balance. Balance depends on several systems working together. Your vision, inner ear, nervous system, muscles, joints, and brain all contribute to keeping you upright. As people age, some of these systems can change. But noticeable balance problems can also be influenced by medications, vision problems, muscle weakness, foot problems, neurological conditions, or other health issues. And here's something extremely important. You don't have to actually fall before taking balance problems seriously. A near fall can be a warning. If you notice that you're becoming less steady, tell your healthcare professional. They may help identify possible causes and recommend appropriate exercises or strategies to improve safety and physical function. Balance exercises can be useful, but safety comes first. If you're practicing at home, stay near something sturdy that can provide support. Don't attempt challenging balance exercises alone if you're at significant risk of falling. The purpose of balance training is to make you safer and more confident, not to create another opportunity for injury. The fourth warning sign is that your recovery time keeps getting longer. Maybe you take a long walk, work in the yard, clean your house, or simply have a busy day. Instead of feeling tired for a few hours, you feel exhausted for the rest of the day, or sometimes even into the next morning. If this keeps happening, don't simply assume it's age. Your ability to recover depends on many factors, including sleep, nutrition, hydration, physical conditioning, stress, medications, and underlying health conditions. Everyone has occasional days when they're exhausted, but a persistent or noticeable change in your energy level deserves attention, especially if it appears suddenly or continues despite getting adequate rest. Persistent fatigue can have many possible causes. Sleep disorders, anemia, thyroid problems, medication effects, mood problems, infections, and cardiovascular conditions are just some examples. This doesn't mean fatigue automatically indicates a serious disease. It means you shouldn't diagnose yourself by saying, "I'm old, so this must be normal." Sometimes finding the cause can lead to a useful solution. There's another important lesson here. Exercise should challenge you, but it shouldn't constantly destroy you. A sustainable routine is one your body can recover from. Start gradually, increase activity progressively, and allow enough recovery between harder sessions. If every workout leaves you exhausted for days, the solution may not be simply pushing harder. Your routine may need to be adjusted. The fifth warning sign is a noticeable decline in your walking ability. You probably don't think about your walking speed because walking is something you do automatically. But compare yourself with how you moved several years ago. Are your steps shorter? Do you hesitate before turning? Do you avoid uneven surfaces? Do you need more time to move through places that once felt easy? A slower walking pace doesn't automatically mean something is wrong, but a noticeable decline can reflect changes in strength, balance, endurance, mobility, or overall health. Walking ability is closely connected to independence because so many daily activities depend on being able to move safely. That's why a meaningful change in walking should not automatically be dismissed as normal aging. Here's where many people make a mistake. They notice walking has become harder, so they become less active. They stay home more, sit more often, and avoid activities that require walking. But reduced activity can contribute to further losses in strength and endurance. Instead of thinking, "I'm old, so I shouldn't move much," think, "My body needs the right movement to remain capable." Walking is an excellent activity for many people, but walking alone may not address every part of healthy aging. Depending on your abilities, you may also benefit from strength training, balance exercises, and mobility work. The goal isn't to walk as fast as possible. The goal is to maintain your ability to move through everyday life safely, comfortably, and confidently. The sixth warning sign is a major change in your sleep. Sleep is not simply a period when your body stops working. It's an important part of physical and mental recovery. If you consistently sleep poorly, you may wake up exhausted, have difficulty concentrating, experience mood changes, and find physical activity harder. Poor sleep can affect far more than your energy the next morning. Many older adults experience changes in sleep as they age. You might wake earlier, sleep more lightly, or wake several times during the night. But persistent sleep problems shouldn't automatically be dismissed as normal aging. If your sleep has changed significantly, it's worth discussing with a healthcare professional rather than simply accepting poor sleep as something you have to live with. For example, loud snoring, gasping during sleep, or significant daytime sleepiness can sometimes be associated with sleep apnea. Pain can interrupt sleep. Certain medications can affect sleep. Stress and anxiety can keep your brain active when your body needs rest. Frequent nighttime urination can also have different causes. The important point is to look for the reason rather than simply accepting the symptom. You can also start with basic sleep habits. Keep a consistent sleep and wake schedule. Make your bedroom comfortable, dark, and quiet. Avoid excessive caffeine late in the day. Stay physically active during appropriate daytime hours, and develop a relaxing bedtime routine. Good sleep isn't a luxury you earn after finishing everything else. It's part of maintaining your overall health and function. The seventh warning sign may be the most important of all. You're gradually losing independence. Maybe you used to drive to the store without thinking, but now getting in and out of the car feels difficult. Perhaps you once cooked every meal, but standing in the kitchen for 30 minutes now feels exhausting. These changes can reveal declining physical function. Maybe you used to walk around your neighborhood, but now you rarely leave your home. Perhaps traveling used to excite you, but now you're worried about managing airports, hotels, stairs, or long walks. These changes don't necessarily mean you're unhealthy, but when your physical limitations begin controlling what you can and cannot do, it's time to pay attention. A gradual loss of independence can happen so quietly that you don't recognize it until one day you realize, I'm not doing the things I used to do. That sentence matters. Healthy aging isn't about looking young. It's about preserving the ability to live the life you value. Movement, strength, thinking, social connection, and independence all contribute to that goal. Now let's pause, because there's something important I don't want you to misunderstand. Not every change in your body means something is wrong. Aging is real. Muscle mass can decrease. Recovery can change. Vision and hearing can change. Sleep patterns can shift. Some of these changes are completely normal. The goal isn't to eliminate aging. The goal is to recognize changes that deserve attention. So don't ask yourself, can I stop aging? You can't. Instead, ask a better question. Am I maintaining as much health and physical function as possible for my age? That's a much more useful question. Your goal isn't to make your body behave like it did when you were 30. Your goal is to protect the abilities that allow you to live a meaningful life today. The first thing you can do is move regularly. You don't need an extremely complicated workout program. Walking can be an excellent starting point for many people. Try to avoid spending extremely long periods sitting without moving. Break up sedentary time throughout the day. The key isn't perfection. It's creating a pattern of regular movement that you can realistically maintain. Second, train your muscles. Strength doesn't maintain itself. Your muscles need regular stimulation if you want to preserve strength and physical capacity. Simple resistance exercises may be enough to begin depending on your abilities. Chair stands, resistance bands, light weights, or other appropriate exercises can help. If you're unsure where to start, get professional guidance rather than guessing. Third, work on balance. Especially if you've noticed unsteadiness, balance training can become an important part of your weekly routine. But always prioritize safety. Choose exercises appropriate for your ability and use support when necessary. If you've already experienced falls or near falls, speak with a healthcare professional before attempting challenging balance exercises on your own. Fourth, protect your sleep. Don't treat sleep as wasted time. Your body needs adequate rest to function properly. Create a consistent bedtime routine, keep your sleep environment comfortable, and pay attention to persistent problems. If you're regularly waking exhausted, snoring loudly, gasping during sleep, or experiencing major daytime sleepiness, discuss these symptoms with your healthcare professional. Fifth, pay attention to nutrition. As people age, appetite can sometimes decrease, but your body still needs adequate nutrition. Protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, fluids, and enough overall energy all matter. If you've experienced unexplained weight loss, a major appetite change, or difficulty eating enough, don't ignore it. Talk with your healthcare professional or a qualified nutrition professional. And sixth, don't ignore sudden changes. If your strength suddenly decreases, your balance changes dramatically. You develop unusual shortness of breath. Unexplained weight loss occurs. Fatigue becomes persistent, or normal activities suddenly become much harder. Don't simply say, "I'm getting old." A new or rapidly worsening change deserves proper medical attention so the cause can be evaluated. Imagine two people. Both are 70 years old, and both wake up on the same morning. Person notices that stairs have become harder and thinks, "I'm getting older, so there's nothing I can do." They gradually become less active, stop challenging their muscles, and avoid activities that feel difficult. Slowly, their physical world becomes smaller. Person B notices some of the same changes but responds differently. Instead of ignoring them, they say, "Something has changed. I want to understand why." They speak with their healthcare professional. They improve their sleep, pay more attention to nutrition, begin appropriate strength and balance exercises, and continue walking. They can't stop aging, but they can work on maintaining function. Neither person can turn back the clock. Neither can stop birthdays from arriving. But their experiences of aging may become very different. That's the message I want you to remember. Healthy aging isn't about fighting your age. It's about protecting your physical function, maintaining your abilities, and doing what you reasonably can to remain active and independent. Let's quickly review the 7 warning signs. Number 1. Everyday activities suddenly feel much harder. Number 2. You're losing noticeable muscle and strength. Number 3. Your balance has become less reliable. Number 4. Your recovery time keeps getting longer. Number 5. Your walking ability has noticeably declined. Number 6. Your sleep has changed dramatically. And number 7. You're gradually losing independence. If you recognize several of these signs, don't panic. These symptoms don't automatically mean you're aging too fast, and they certainly don't mean something serious is definitely wrong. They are simply signals worth paying attention to. Your body is constantly giving you information. The key is learning to recognize meaningful changes instead of automatically dismissing everything as just getting older. Your age is a number, but your ability to move, recover, think, connect, and participate in life tells a much bigger story. You cannot control every part of aging, but you can often influence how well your body functions along the way. So don't wait until your body forces you to pay attention. Listen to the small signals and take action early. Ask questions. Get appropriate medical advice. Keep moving. Protect your muscles. Take your sleep seriously. Pay attention to your balance. And continue doing the activities that make your life meaningful. The goal isn't to live like you're 30 again. The goal is to make sure that at 60, 70, 80, and beyond, you can still participate in the life you love. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based healthy aging information. And tell me in the comments, which of these 7 warning signs have you noticed in yourself or someone you love? Your answer could encourage someone else to recognize a change they shouldn't ignore. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for personalized medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Aging affects everyone differently, and the symptoms discussed today can have many different causes. If you experience new, severe, persistent, or rapidly worsening symptoms, speak with a qualified healthcare professional who can properly evaluate your individual situation.